Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Shift1 News. Here I am only reading the Hindu newspaper. My purpose is improving my knowledge and English only nothing else. Therefore, please support and guide me. This is our today article. What factor influence women's political participation? This is image. Women's voter after casting their votes in the Lok Sabha election in Prayagraj on May 25, 2024. While discussing on women's participation often highlight the social and cultural bases that hinder their electoral success, less attention is given to how everyday women engage with the electoral process. Rebecca Rose Varghese written this article. Deshpande are shaping of the women constituency in India's election. Evidence from the NEC data study in Indian politics, volume 12, issue number 2. 303317 number 16 2024. The participation of the women in Indian politics has been a subject of extensive discourse among scholars, especially given the paradox that while India has produced several influential women leaders, overall political engagement among women remains poor. Unlike many countries where the gender gap in political participation began narrowing in the 1990, India saw this shift only in the 2010s. While discussion on women's participation often highlight the social and cultural basis that hinder their electoral success, less attention is given to how everyday women engage with the electoral process when opportunities arise. Their voting pattern, choices, and agencies shaping election outcome remain under explored, and all thoughts political parties and women's movement frequently celebrate women's voter during election. This recognizes often treats them as a homogeneous group, overlooking the intersections of caste, class, religion, and reason that shape their political behavior. Women's support for Donald Trump in the 2016 USA election and their participation in the riots of the 1990 in India illustrate how women's political engagement is far more complex and require in-depth understanding. It is with this context that Rajeshwari Deshpande's study shaping of the women's constituency in India election evidence from the NEC data becomes significant. Her analysis of national election study NEC data shed light on the increasing voter turnout among women and their growing participation in the political sphere. By examining how women vote and whether their choices are influenced primarily by gender or by other social identity. Her research provides an announced understanding of the evolving role of women in Indian election. Her finding help to understand whether we are closer to shaping a women's constituency in Indian election. This study offers critical insight into the gendered dimensions of Indian election, highlighted key patterns, contradictions, and challenges in women's political agency and its broader socio political implication. Mere beneficiaries or active agent. As mentioned earlier, it was only into 2010 that there was a significant increase in the share of women who voted, and all political parties sought to capitalize on this shift by introducing policies and schemes specifically targeting women. However, these policies often frame women as passive beneficiary rather than political agent. Welfare program like Ujjwala and the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana were pivotal to the Bharatiya Janata Party's BJP victory in the 2019 Lok Sabha elections. While schemes like Ladli Behna and Ladli Lakshmi were credited for the party's success in Madhya Pradesh, this initiative reinforced the notions of women as dependents with political leader positions as benevolent provider rather than recognizing women as autonomous decision maker. Deshpande argued that high voter turnout does not necessarily translate to real political power. For years, women were considered marginal participation in politics, with effort made to carve out a non-political political constituency for them. Despite their growing presence at the political party and media continue to frame their votes as driven by the welfare benefit. Analyzing NEC data help assess whether the rise in the women's voter signals real political agency or mere surface level inclusion beyond voting. While the increasing turnout of the women's voters in the 2024 election, Lok Sabha election, is noteworthy. Voting is not the only form of political participation. Participation in rallies, campaign, political affiliations, and policy advocacy also indicate political involvement. In this area, women still lag behind men. Only 40% of the women report seeking advice from their spouses on voting decisions, indicating growing agency, but this remains significantly higher than men's. This suggests that despite the increased voter participation, deeper political engagement faces social and cultural barriers. One explanation scholars offer for the increased turnout of women is the self-empowerment hypothesis, which suggests that their rising literacy rates and employment opportunity have empowered women to vote independently. Effort by the Election Commission to ensure women's voter registration could also be attributed to the increased turnout. However, the author challenges this explanation, pointing out two critical contradictions. Women's overall workforce participation remain low, weakening the argument that economic independence is driving higher turnout. Additionally, the proportion of registered female voter compared to male voter remain imbalanced, indicating that fewer women are being registered. An alternative explanation for the increased women's voter turnout could be the larger scale male migration of men contribution to higher turnout among women in state traditionally considered socially and economically backward. This trend highlights that while turnout has increased, broader political participation remains limited. Other identity, women's voting behavior in India is not driven solely by gender identity but is also deeply shaped by regional caste and class dynamics. The NEC data highlight that state-specific political and social context significantly influences electoral choices, undermining the idea of a unified pan-India women's voting bloc. Instead, women voting preferences are molded within the broader framework of their community identity. State level variation demonstrates this complexity. For instance, in states such as Tamil Nadu, Kerala, West Bengal, where electoral politics have historically been shaped by strong regional party, women's preferences are often aligned with regional political movement rather than national gender-based voting strength. Caste and class divisions further complicated this narrative. The BJP voter base has traditionally been skewed toward urban upper class and upper caste group, while Congress had drawn more support from the urban poor and marginalized community. However, this alignment is also not absolute. Many women participants from lower socioeconomic background continue to vote based on the interest of their community rather than on a broader gender-based agenda. Women's support for different party. NEC data indicates that the Congress has historically maintained a gender advantage, consistently receiving more female support than male. This trend continued in 2024, except in 2014 when the party suffered a nationwide decline. Left party also had a gender advantage, but their declining influence had diminished this effect on the national stage. The BJP is in contrast has faced a gender disadvantage with fewer women voting for the party compared to men. However, this gap has been narrowing. Previously, the gender gap in BJP support exceeded 20%, whereas in 2024 it reduced to approximately 7%. The BJP's targeted outreach to women has contributed to This shift through much of its support still come only from welfare beneficiary. Even within this group, men support the BJP more than women. Regional specific variation further complicated women's support for the BJP. In some or non-BJP ruled state, more women than men voted for the party despite a lack of increased female voter turnout. Conversely, in other states, women showed a stronger preference for opposition party, creating an uneven gender gap. This suggests that while the BJP has made inroads among female voters, gender alone does not define women's electoral choices. Other intersecting identities and political contexts remain crucial. The data from past elections highlight three key trends in women's political participation in India. First, while women's voter turnout has steadily increased, their overall political engagement beyond voting remain lower than men. Second, women's voting pattern and political involvement are not just shaped by gender identity factors such as caste, class, and regional influences, also play a significant role. Third, despite targeted outreach, the BJP has historically faced a gender disadvantage with more men than women supporting the party. This development indicate that we are still far from the formation of distinct women's constituency in Indian politics, as their electoral choices remain intertwined with broader socio-political factors. Rebecca Rose Vergis is a freelance journalist who write this article. So guys, this is today's article. Please like, comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel for further more update and more videos. Press bell icon for notification. Thank for watching. We meet in tomorrow on next video. Jai Hind.